Welcome back to your Strength and Stretch series. I'm Em. I'm going to take you through some core focused exercises.
It's going to be pretty fiery, so we'll definitely need that stretch after. We're going to really release and stretch into that core for the last half.
Perfect. Let's come to the back of the mat. Take the feet directly underneath the hips and we'll start in the usual way. You can close off the eyes if you want to. Let's just take some nice deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, let those ribs expand. Then nice big exhale out through the mouth, let it go, good. You can take the hands onto the stomach, one hand on the chest, whatever feels comfortable. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, release, good. Let's go for two more, nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go, one more, nice deep breath in. Exhale, nice. Now from here, blink those eyes open for me if they're closed. Relax the arms either side of you. Just want you to take a nice deep breath in, bend the knees, roll the shoulders all the way up behind. Nice. Really exaggerate this movement. Think about the chest opening. We're just mobilizing through the shoulders, particularly if this is the first time you've moved today or if we've been sat at a desk. We really want to loosen off the upper body. Let's get two more. Last one, nice. Now from here, tuck the chin, roll down, chin to chest, nice and heavy over the legs. You're going to take the right hand down, lengthen that left arm up to the ceiling, bend the knees if we need to, and look towards the left hand. Now left hand down, right arm long, looking towards the right hand, little release through the spine. Nice. Now both hands down, we're going to walk all the way out to a high plank position. Now dropping those knees, untuck the toes, we're just going to release the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round through, chin to chest. Think about pushing the mat away. Inhale. Exhale, rounding through that spine. Just following the rhythm of your own breath here. Maybe taking a couple of spinal wiggles if that feels good. Good. On your next breath, return to a neutral spine. You're going to take your right hand to your right ear. Open up that elbow rib cage, but your hips stay square, and then rotating, tapping that right elbow, left wrist, all the way up. Good. Just a little release through that spine. Go. Let's get two more.
Oh, that was great.
Last one. Oh, all the way around. Nice. Right hand comes down, left hand, left ear. Opening up that rib cage, eye line comes with you. We want to keep the hips nice and square if we can, because it's really going to help you release that spine. Don't worry if we're not going super far with that opening. Just wherever that range of motion is today is fine. Let's get two more. Last one. Nice. Now from here, we're going to start to come into that core work. Starting off, we're just going to come into a high plank position. Shoulders are over the wrist. Your belly button is pulled into the spine here. And we're going to take those feet a little bit wider than the hips, squeeze into the glutes, and we're just going to come into shoulder taps. So tapping right shoulder, center, the left, center. Now the core is working here to stop you from opening up through those hips. Belly button is pulled into the spine. Good, you're not here for long. Four more. Knees can come down if you need to for three. Last two. Last one. Both hands down. We're coming into box walks. You walk your knees underneath your hips, step them back, high plank. Knees are 1 inch off the mat here, and I want them underneath the hips rather than coming up underneath the chest. If you need to modify, knees down in between each rep. Otherwise, 1 inch off the mat. Good. Four more. Then we're going to hold in that box position. Final three. If you start to feel this in your wrists, little micro bend in the elbows. Last two. On your next one, meet me in your box position. Hold. Press the floor away. Just hold. 8 counts. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Drop the knees. Just release those shoulders for a moment. Reset. Good. Now rippling forward, coming back to that 4-point kneel. Stepping those feet back, minimal rest I'm afraid, back into that high plank position. Left hand's going to come to the center of the mat. Right arm opens, come into your side plank hold, just holding here. Lift away the waistline. If you need to modify, bottom knee down, otherwise legs are long. Good, 8 counts. Last 4, 3, 2. Now left knee is going to come down and tap the mat. Then exhale, pull the left knee up to meet to the right. We tap the mat, exhale, lift. One tap, exhale, lift. Good. If this is too much on those wrists, you can come down onto the forearm here, or a little micro bend through that elbow. 3 more, then you're holding it up. Last 2. On your next one, keep it lifted, hold. Lift away the waistline. Last 6. Last 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down, extend that left leg back into that high plank hold. Right hand, center of the mat, left arm opens. Second side, side plank, just holding, lift away that waist. Good, make sure you are breathing, micro bend in the elbow if we need to. Be mindful with that top hand, it's not pulling you backwards. 4, 3, 2, right knee, taps the mat. Exhale, lift. We tap, exhale, lift. Lovely. Good. You're going to feel this into those arms as well as those abdominals. 4 more. Then you're holding. In 3, 2. Now hold. Keep it lifted. Lift away that waistline. Last 4, 3, 2. Left hand down. Back into that high plank hold. Now from here, connect those feet together for me. You're going to tap the knees. Exhale, lift. You tap. Exhale, lift. 1 drop. 1 lift. Think about tapping the knees rather than dropping them here. Control the movement. 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift it off. Holding. 4, 3, 2. And 1. Relax. Send the knees as wide as the mat. Release those shoulders. Think about pulling the mat towards you with those fingertips here. Nice deep breath. Exhale, release. Well done. Take those hands behind you, roll yourself up to seated. We're going to swing ourselves around, coming into lying flat on our back here. So to set yourself up, feet are about hip distance apart, knees are tracking over the toes. Hands are going to come either side of the temple. Now lift those legs to tabletop position. Knees over hips and your feet are going to stay away from the bum. The base of your spine, your lumbar spine, I want it pressing down into the mat. You should immediately feel, with these legs at tabletop, those lower abdominals have engaged. Hands either side of the temple, elbows wide. Nice deep breath in on the exhale. We're lifting off through the chest. Inhale back, exhale up. We want to think about exhaling out through an open mouth here because it helps us pull those abdominals in, pull that rib cage in. Good. If it's too much with the feet lifted, pop them down. Don't worry. Exhale up. Good. 4 more. Then we're going to hold. You can support the head with the hands if you need to. Last 3. Last 2. On your next one, keep it lifted. Hands are coming either side of those thighs now. You're going to inhale. Pulse those arms. Exhale. Good. Maybe lengthen the legs away for me. Point the toes. Pull up through the quads. Inhale. Exhale. Can you get those legs straight? 8 counts. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a little rock side to side for me. Okay, moving on. We're going to lengthen those legs away. Lengthen the arms up overhead. Take a nice deep breath in on the exhale. Lift off the head, neck, and shoulders. Now, right arm, left leg. We're going to meet them at the top. Exhale. Come through center. Switching sides. Good. Now, you can bend the knees if you need to here. Oof. Nice deep breath. Good. Good. 4 more. Then we're going to hold on one side. Last 3. Last 2. Holding, right arm, left leg, left hand's coming behind the head here. Little pulse, up, up, sharp exhale. Can you lower the right leg a little bit further down for me? Straighten the leg, point the toes. Last 8. Last 4, 3, 2, second side, pulse it, up, up, up. Can you lengthen that left leg away from you? 8 counts. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Hug those knees into the chest. Just massage out through that lower back a little bit here. Maybe take the head side to side, just in case we're building any tension in that neck. Nice. Now from here, we're lengthening arms and legs away again. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Lift off the head, neck, and shoulders. Now we're going to drive the arms and legs to meet. Exhale. Drive them long. Inhale. Exhale. Drive them long. Lower back is pressing into the mat here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, they drive away. Lovely. 4 more, then we're going to hold in that hollow body. Last 3. Last 2. On your next one, arms and legs are long, just hold. Lift those legs a bit higher if the lower back is lifting. Tuck the chin. Eyes are on your belly button. 10 seconds. Can we take the legs a little bit lower? Last 5. Last 3. 2.
Oh,
Nice.
that'll get you.
Hug those knees into the chest and just rocking side to side. Release that lower back. Then popping those hands on the front of the shins, rock yourself up to a seat. You're coming into that last push of that strengthening. We know we're nearly at that stretch now. Hands out in front of you, return to all 4s for me. Now from here, send those legs back long, tuck the toes, high plank hold, shoulders over the wrists. Good, now squeeze into those glutes. You might want to take the feet a little bit wider here. We're going to release that right arm long, bicep by the ears. Replacing it back down, left arm long, holding. Placing it back down. Now right leg lifts, hold. Tapping that right toe, left toe lifts, hold. Taking it back down, right arm lengthens, good, back down. Left arm lengthens, back down. Right leg, left leg. Good, it's going to start to get a little bit more challenging now. Back in, left leg and right arm lengthen, hold.
Wobbling.
Place it back down, opposite side, lengthen away, hold. Place it back down, lovely. Good. Let's get 1 more on each side. Lengthen away. Woo, I'm wobbling. Last one. Nice. Place them down, just hold, high plank. Good. Now let's drop those forearms down, low plank hold. Now we're going to rock it. Take it front, take it back. Keep the hips down and in line here. Belly button is in. You're going to need to use that breath. Good. You've got a hold coming up and then you're done. In 4, 3, in 2. Now hold. Shoulders over elbow creases. Look at the hands, not the legs. Breathe. Belly button is pulled in. Pull up the quads. Squeeze the glutes. Good. 10 seconds. Lovely. Last 5. Last 3. Last 2. And relax. Release the knees, release the shoulders. Good. It doesn't take long with the core to get that burn going. Take some nice deep breaths.
I think we're all ready for a bit of a stretch after that. Let's come back into our tabletop. Hands over the shoulders, knees over the wrists. Don't worry. No more lefts. Let's take a cat and cow. As you breathe in, drop the belly. Looking away. Just enjoying that core stretch as you exhale. Let's round. And take that a few more times, really slowly. Breathing in. Enjoy that lengthening of the abdominals. Exhale, round into the cat. 2 more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Lovely. Okay, coming to our heart melting pose. Favorite one for the core. So keep the hips lifted. Walk the hands forwards. Rest the forehead or the chin. Depends what feels better for your body onto the mat. You've got 5 slow breaths here, so starting to really slow down your breathing. Moving into that parasympathetic nervous system. Calming the body, calming the mind. And just really allowing that heart space in the middle of the chest to sink down towards the ground. You've got 1 more breath here. Okay, press into the mat, look forwards. We're going to come to lay on our bellies into the Sphinx pose. So keep those elbows under the shoulders, hand fingertips spread nice and wide. Think about pulling the mat towards you, lifting the chest forward, and those shoulder blades are melting down the back. Then I want you to just drop the chin to the chest so you get an extra stretch through the neck. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. You can stay exactly as you are, or maybe you want to use the weight of the head to stretch the neck, maybe looking left to right, taking those circles with the neck. Keep pressing the pelvis down to the floor and squeezing those hands towards the body with the mat. You've got 1 more breath here. And release, come all the way down. Let's bring the hands a little closer towards the body for our cobra. Press through the heels of the hands and lift nice and slowly. 1, 2, only coming as far up as feels okay for your body. Keep that pelvis pressing down, shoulders melting back. 1 more breath. And slowly release, come all the way down. Okay, we're going to come into our prep for our bow pose. So place the left hand onto the mat. Let's take the gaze over to the right. You can kind of use that hand as a little pillow to rest your head. Kick the right heel in towards the bum. Use that right hand on top of the foot to press the heel in towards the bum. So our bow pose is a really deep back bend. It's going to stretch the abdominals, but we also need to lengthen those quads before we get there. So just take one more breath here, using the strength of the upper body to really squeeze that heel to the bum. And then let's release, take it to the other side. So right hand to the mat, gaze to the left. Kicking that left heel in, use the hand, press that foot in towards the bum. Think about still squeezing the pelvis down towards the ground so you get that resistance. You got one more breath here. And release. Okay, we're going to do both this time. So kick both heels in towards the bum. Bow pose, reach it round with the hands, grab the ankles, drop the forehead to the mat and take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, kick the feet in towards the hands, so much so that your chest lifts off the ground. 5 breaths here. The more you kick your feet into the hands, the deeper the stretch is going to be for the core, the obliques, the shoulders. Try and see how little of your body you can have on the mat. Keep pressing, squeezing those shoulders. One more breath. And release. Let's bring the hands to the front. Rest the forehead on top. Bring your big toes to touch and just let the heels come out to the side. You can gently rock the pelvis left to right on the mat. Give it a little stretch out. Okay, we're going to come into a twist. So getting into it from our bellies can be quite fun. We're going to come and bring the right arm all the way underneath as if you're coming to sort of thread the needle, resting on that outer edge of the right arm. Rest the head onto the ground. Slide the left hand on top of the right. And then that left leg is coming up at a 90-degree angle. So you're getting a nice little inner thigh stretch here. Let's just hold for one breath. And then you're going to use that left hand to almost draw like a big semicircle on the ceiling, opening out like the pages of a book, all the way to the other side. We're holding here for 5 breaths. Again, slowing down the breath and using each breath out as an opportunity to just let the body relax slightly deeper into this position. You can take your gaze all the way over that left hand. It's almost like the weight of your left leg and your left shoulder, your left arm, are teasing open that spine, twisting all the way from the lumbar spine, the lower back, all the way up to the neck. You've got 2 more breaths here. Think about that softness. What's one thing you could do that's going to let the body feel even more relaxed here? Really nice. Let's slowly bring it through center. Left arm comes all the way around. You can slide that left leg down and come to lay on your front. Again, we'll take it to the other side. Left arm comes all the way through underneath. Slide the right leg up that 90-degree angle and place the right hand on top of the left. Take a minute to just find a comfortable position here. So relaxing the head, feeling into that inner thigh stretch. And then we're going to use the right hand, this time drawing that big semicircle all the way over the ceiling, taking it over to the right. Don't worry if you're quite tight here. It doesn't matter if that arm doesn't come all the way to the ground. You could use a cushion or a bolster or something underneath the knee to help with this. But again, the longer you spend here, the deeper your body is going to melt into that stillness. It usually takes a little while for the body to relax into these stretches. So if you have time and you want to hold this for a little bit longer, you could always do that. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Taking that gaze over the right hand for your last breath. Okay, let's slowly bring that right arm all the way back around and slide the right leg down. Come to lay on your front. So last little chest back bend, hands into the mat again. Let's press up and lift. This time you're going to lift the feet also in towards the head. This is our King Cobra, very difficult pose, but it's really releasing for the abdominals. So press the pelvis into the ground, roll the shoulders back and down, squeeze them together, and then squeeze those heels in towards the bum. If you like, you can take the head back too. You got 1 more breath here. And release, come all the way down. Let's press into the mat, lift yourself back to child's pose. Nice wide leg child's pose here, knees the width of the mat, feet to touch, walking those fingertips forward and letting the forehead really sink in towards the ground. A little side bend for those obliques. Let's take the left hand to the top left corner of the mat and slide the right hand on top. So you're thinking about tiptoeing those fingers as far forward to that left corner as you can and letting the hips really sink towards the heels. 1 more breath here. And then let's take it to the other side. Right hand to the top right corner. walking that left hand over to place it on top. Think about that softness, reaching the arms forward, sinking the hips back. Okay, let's come through center. Walk the hands in towards the body. Lift up to kneel onto your knees. Come to one side. Let's swing the legs all the way around. So we're going to come into a forwards fold and then a nice back bend to release, a rebound. As you inhale, let's reach both arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forwards. Try and lead with the chest rather than the head. You can bring the hands to the feet or just to the ground, whatever feels better. So what I mean by that is we want to avoid this shape, this rounding. We're inhaling to lift forward with the chest, exhaling to let the body come deeper. Allow the weight of the head, the upper body, to really let you fold forward here. Okay, let's walk the hands in, take that rebound again, lengthening through the core. This time fingertips are facing the body, but hands are a little further back than your seat. You have two options here. We're thinking about rolling the shoulder blades back and down, pressing into the hands and lifting all the way up to this reverse plank. If this is too intense, slide the soles of the feet onto the ground and lift the hips. You're still getting that same stretch. Let's really lift those hips, space through the chest. If it feels okay, you can drop the head back. You've got one more breath here. And then slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Really nice. Let's take a nice wide leg stance, as wide as you can go. You can use the hands behind you to really open into those inner thighs. And then taking the right hand underneath the left inner thigh. As you breathe in, reach the left arm all the way up. And then we're going to bend over to the right. You're reaching for that foot. Don't worry if you can't grab it. But what I want you to think about is opening the torso towards the ceiling. So rather than folding, it's a real lengthen. Think about lengthening those lower ribs, reaching up. And you can look up towards the ceiling. Find that rotation in the spine and the chest. One more breath here. Okay, with control, let's slowly come up. Oh, let's go to the other side. Yeah, that was a lot of clicks. As you inhale, the right arm lifts, taking it over to the left. Again, try not to round down to the ground. Twist that torso open towards the ceiling. Taking your gaze up in that direction will really help with that. You've got 3 more breaths here. For 2. And last one. Okay, slowly come back up through center and let's just take a fold. Inhale, hands in front of you, look forwards. Start to tiptoe those hands forwards. Come to fold, chin to the chest. Okay, slowly walk the hands in, come up, legs back towards the center. Last little bit. So let's hug the right knee in towards the chest and hands are coming around that sole of the foot. Roll the shoulders back and down, take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to start to straighten that leg. Think about lifting the chest towards the leg. Doesn't matter how deep you go, just one breath here and then we're going to come into a twist, which is going to really release that core. So the left hand is coming on the outer edge of that foot, the pinky toe side. And then you're going to reach the other arm all the way back, looking past that right arm. As you inhale, we're growing tall through the crown of the head to lengthen. As you exhale, we're twisting, looking over that back shoulder. One more breath here. And let's slowly come all the way back through center. Release that right leg down to the ground. Other side. Hold that left foot in towards the torso. Breathing in, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, start to lengthen that left leg. Think about lifting the chest, shoulders pulling back. You can keep that left foot flexed. Just one more breath here. Okay, then your right hand to the outside edge of that foot and take the left arm all the way back. Breathing here to lengthen, exhaling, looking over back shoulder. One more breath. Okay, let's slowly come back. Drop that leg down. Slide the soles of the feet together. Hands around the clasping around the feet. Inhale to lengthen. And we're going to really let the spine round this time. Chin towards the chest. Let everything melt down. Find that compression. You can almost use that grip of the hands around the feet to pull yourself down even more. Okay, then release, come up, take the hands behind the body, squeeze the shoulders together, and press and lift the chest. Really nice. Okay, let's slowly come through center. I'm just trying to think what else I should do. How long has that been?
28 minutes.
Okay, so that's probably fine. I will just finish with... I know I'll finish with. Okay. So from here, let's come to lay down onto the mat. You can hug the knees in towards the chest. Okay, let's bring the arms out nice and wide, palms facing up. Bring those knees back into a tabletop position. So knees are joined, really nice. Press the lower back into the ground, and then we're just going to slowly drop the knees to the right for 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, bring them back through center for 3, 2, 1. Take it to the other side, the left for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in back through center for 3, 2, 1. This time drop the knees to the right. 3, 2, 1. Hang on. You make me laugh. Okay. There's a guy in yoga like that yesterday. Okay, let's bring those legs to tabletop. Press the lower back into the ground. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop the knees to the right nice and slowly. 3, 2, 1. As you breathe in, bring them back through center for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, drop it to the left. 3, 2, 1. Back through center for 3, 2, 1. This time, drop it to the right for 3, 2. And when you get to the ground, let's just drop the knees all the way over. Taking the gaze over the left hand. 2 breaths here. This spinal twist is a little more spacious, so really let the body just relax into that softness. Okay, then let's slowly bring them back through center. Drop it over to the left for 3, 2, 1. Let those knees just drop to the ground as your gaze comes over the right hand. 2 breaths. Slowly bring them back through center. And then let's drop both knees down to the mat. We're going to finish with a bridge pose. So heels are close in towards the bum, feet are hip distance apart. Check you can almost tickle the back of your ankles with your fingertips. And then I want you to really squeeze the lower back into the ground before we go anywhere. And then we'll start to press through the soles of the feet. Lift that lower back off the ground, moving nice and slowly. Keep pressing, lifting the middle of your back off the ground. And then come all the way onto the shoulders. Maybe even bring the palms to clasp underneath the bum and walk those shoulders in so you get that nice length through the front body. Keep pressing the feet into the mat. The gaze is up towards the ceiling. And we are squeezing and lifting through the shoulders into that core for 2 more breaths. You can close down the eyes here. Last breath. I'm going to release this as slowly as possible. Release that grip of the hands. Walk the shoulders out. Press the upper back into the ground. Almost as if you're coming down 1 vertebra at a time. Middle of your back comes into the ground, and finally the lower back does too. Let's take those legs out long and make our way to our final relaxation. You can take a nice wide stance, maybe even take the arms out nice and wide. Make sure those palms are facing up so the shoulders are open, and then we'll take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, big sigh out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in. Exhale, big sigh out. Nice and satisfying, releasing all of that hard work. And let's just close down the eyes and focus onto that breathing. Just giving yourself a moment at the end of this practice to let all that hard work sink in. Take a moment to just scan through the body, from the crown of the head all the way to the soles of the feet, just checking in. If there's any last bits of strength, of tension, of anything that the body is holding on to, just send with it a little signal to relax that part of the body. Let yourself be still. Let's just take a few more breaths here. Lovely. Okay, and as you breathe in, let's reach both arms up and overhead. Find a full body stretch, arms away from the feet, and then hug those knees into the chest. One final time, wrap the arms around the shins. Little rock from side to side onto the lower back. And then slowly making our way back up to a seated position. Huge well done. That was definitely a fiery one. Thanks so much for joining us.